My name's Dave DeBow, founder of MoneyPartnerFormula.com, and this show is built for everyday real estate investors who are actively doing deals and looking to scale using other people's money. So if you're an active real estate investor and you want to get featured on this show to talk about your own real estate and capital raising experiences, then just go to daveinterviewsyou.com. Now let's get rolling with this episode, and remember to subscribe for daily interview content.
All right, guys, welcome to Property Profits Podcast. I'm your host, Bryce Kaminski, filling in for Dave Dubois. And, a lot of times we get into different real estate strategies and you're wondering, is this for me? Well, today on the show, I got Zachary Vanison here. He's started in wholesaling and decided, that's kind of a treadmill. We got to get into the buy and hold game. And he's really focusing his efforts in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Zachary, welcome to the show, man. Great to have you here.
Hey, man, thank y'all for letting me be on.
Yeah,
It's
no
a pleasure.
problem. So tell us a little bit more about how you got started in real estate.
Gotcha. Just in a very quick, it's a long story, but just to make it real small, it actually was brought to me on accident. I had did a lot of things in my past, ended up getting a criminal background, so I wanted to see why I couldn't find certain places to stay at. And by doing that research, they let me know I learned about real estate, and I learned it was the landlord that's in charge. And I learned that anybody can be a landlord. It might be my next door neighbor who owns this 200 unit that we stay in, so that's what kind of brought me to real estate. I was just questioning why it was hard to find a place to stay due to the things that I did in my past. Then when I learned about it, I started educating myself, and I started surrounding myself around people that is doing it or doing more. And I started picking up on it. And I haven't looked back. I love it. And I think I chose the right career. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a lot of property out in the Dallas-Fort Worth area that's prime for rentals. There's so many properties, the population, it's perfect, the economy is good. So when you're looking at what you're doing now, what would you say is your favorite part about, the real estate game where you are today?
Well, I started real estate last year in April. I started as a wholesaler. I actually got my first deal like a few months, like 7 months after that, following it up on the same seller. Well, I would say just what I learned from there to now. It's really ain't nothing new. It's just what I already knew, but believing in it and just sharpening it, if that makes sense. Because there's nothing that you can hide about real estate, really. You can go on Google and find it for free, YouTube for free, or you can go pay somebody $5,000 to tell you something for free. But it's really ain't nothing really new I learned. It's just what I already knew, and just sharpen that and just kept putting that into action.
Yeah, that's the thing. Real estate's nothing new, right?
Not much, man. From a study that I see, I read a lot of books. The only thing seems to be new is just the interest rates. Goes up and goes down, but it's still the basics. A property have to be in a good location. The numbers have to make sense. You have to solve the seller problem, for everything to go according to plan. So everything's still the basics since the beginning of time, pretty much from what I see.
Yeah, it's still the same business. People need to live somewhere, and then the numbers got to make sense. So, since you've been moving into the buy and hold space, what have you noticed that's working, and maybe what isn't working so well?
Gotcha. So with the wholesale deal, right? That's what kind of let me see what real estate was all about. Because what I seen what took a long time was getting that deal under contract for the right price. So like I say, it took 7 months following up with that same seller. But when it came down to find a buyer, I found the buyer within 4 hours on social media, Facebook, just going in a Facebook group where the house was located at, in the city it was located at, and I found the buyer in a short period of time. So when I brought that to the buy and hold, so what I seen was that, okay, the problem is not going to be the money. The problem may not be just raising the capital. The real problems is just going to be, does that property make sense? Can I get it for the right number? Can I get it in a good location? Does it appreciate? That it depreciates? Those going to be the main factors that's going to give me a challenge. Everything else is going to play out because of the property itself and because of the people I surround myself around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, with what you've done in real estate and your other businesses, the things you've done in the past, what would you say your secret sauce is? What comes easy to you that other people find difficult to do?
I really don't have a secret sauce. I just a man of God, and whatever God tells me to do, I just do it. And I feel if I do what He tells me to do, I'm unstoppable. And I'm gonna fail, and I'm just gonna keep. When I fail, I'm gonna learn from that failure because that's the biggest thing. I don't have a problem with failing. Failing is not the problem with me. What the problem is with me is not knowing why I fail
Mm,
because I'm gonna continue to fail. There's a good chance I'm gonna continue to fail. So if I fail in something but I learn why I fail, then I'm completely fine with failing. I go into problems looking to fail, because I want to learn, So I would say my secret sauce is just having faith in something that's bigger than me, that see me being something bigger than what my current self is, and just put into action, getting the information about that industry, committing to it, educating myself about it every single day, making that an everyday goal, just like drinking water, making that every single day goal. I have so many books up on it. I have so many groups I'm in where I try to make this a second life.
mm.
So yeah.
So when you look at the properties you're looking at and the things that you're, putting your buy and hold together, how are you financing your properties these days?
Actually, I'm looking to do my first one right
Mm,
now. I haven't got the first buy and hold property under contract right now. I'm actually getting everything structured right now with my LLC before I jump to everything. I don't want to be all over the place, so that's being taken care of right there because raising capital also too. I want to use not just other investors too, but the bank too because I do have good personal credit. So I want to use every avenue. All right. When I have these 5 investors over here that probably invest 3 million already, I don't want to over leverage with them. I'm gonna go to the bank, go get some business credit cards, and do business with them. So, but right now, once everything is structured with the LLC, which is already active and everything like that website and everything is finished, then that's when I'll be actively looking for deals in Dallas. Yeah.
nice. So
Mhm.
how long do you figure it's going to be before you get that first one under your belt?
Well, so I look at it, I have certain goals, right? So the first quarter of this year was to get a check in real estate. I accomplished that goal. The second quarter was to get the LLC, structure that right, make sure everything is done right with that. Then after that, that's why I was going 100% just search for deals. So just to be realistically, from I see what everybody doing and what I've done, the reason why it took me so long for 7 months because I was procrastinating. I was doing so many other things. I was putting like maybe 30 to 40% of my time in real estate.
Mm,
So if I take it, since I know I can make money up in this, since I see I can be helpful to other people that need like families that need a place to stay and stuff, because I have a big passion about helping people. Um, Probably within 60 days. It don't take long. You got wholesalers out here giving up deals all the time.
mhm,
It's not as hard. It's hard only when you don't know what you're doing. And even when you learn what you know what you're doing, the mistakes that you make, I see, would be mistakes that be beneficial. So hypothetically speaking, like if I make a mistake that as a rookie right now, at first last year, if I made a mistake, it would make me no money. So I feel like that's a bad mistake. But if I make a mistake right now, it might make me 50K, when I wanted to make 100.
mm,
So though I didn't hit that 100, I still hit something. I still benefit from that mistake. I don't know if that makes sense or not. But
yeah.
yeah, so it shouldn't take no time, man. It's just all about just getting out there, connecting with people like you and other great people, and just staying consistent with it, man, and always educating myself, and it's gonna get done for sure.
So in the DFW area, I guess you're going out to like networking events and things like that to, connect with other people, or what are you doing to expand your network?
Exactly what you said. Going to the DFW groups that's on social media. Social media is, I think, is the holy ground for real estate. If you ever want to go and talk to a multimillionaire, just go join a real estate group and look in the comments and
Mhm.
just say hey to them. They say hey back to you. Just had a 6-figure, 8-figure individual just say hey to you. So I just surround myself with people like that. I mean, there's either a public group or maybe a private group. I go to Bigger Pockets. That's a very good place for people that just starting. Bigger Pockets got a big community that I just connected with a lot of great investors up in. So yeah,
Mhm.
it's those type of groups right there that I go to. Yeah.
Yeah, connecting all the pieces. So, with the interest rate being what it is, are you worried that it's going to go up, or where do you see things going as far as your opinion? Does it even bother you? You're going to buy anyway, or what does it look like for you?
Yeah. Well, because interest rate really don't have nothing to do with me. Interest
Mm,
rate had everything to do with interest rates. Like, because it comes back to my negotiating skills, and it comes down to if I solve a person problem.
mm,
So, from what I see with interest rates has been like this for a long time. We want to have we want to have a small period where it was really low. So, and if interest rates is a problem, then I can always do creative finance. That's what my business is structured on right now. It's
mm,
only buying creative finance. Um, that way the seller can get what they're asking for and not a lowball price, right?
mm,
Or they can get more. And
mhm.
we can structure out a interest rate where it makes sense, and everybody wins. So just because interest rates is up, I like it. It runs away those that are scared and keep those there that wants to fight and wants and is creative and can figure out, hey, I'm gonna get it done.
Yeah, because you can always get someone else's older interest rate and buy in and subject to the deal or whatever. Are you watching the Pace Morby stuff? Is that what you're on these days, or what sort of creative
Um,
financing are you talking about?
yeah, I watch a lot of people. Pace is one of them. There's more people too that do creative finance, but he's for sure one of them. His group is actually one of the groups where I network with a lot of great investors, and yeah, so people like Pace and all them Jerry Norton guys and stuff like that, and even people a little bit smaller. I
Mm,
learn from them and see what they did. I really pay attention to their mistakes more than their achievements,
hmm.
right? So, but yeah, those are the main two.
Very cool, very cool. So, what do you hope to build? Let's talk like 10 years out from now. What do you see your portfolio looking like, or what do you hope to achieve?
Honestly, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be disrespectful. What you say your name was again?
Bryce.
Bryce. I'm sorry, Bryce. Honestly, Bryce, the goal. I just want to buy property into the day I die.
Nice.
Since I understand this and I know how valuable, I don't have no cap. I really don't. Like I say, I'm a man that I feel like I'm doing what God wants me to do. So I can't put $1 billion as my number because I put a limitation on him. So I'm just gonna buy to the day that I die. So the goal is though to at least accumulate one property every quarter, right? So what is that? Like this quarter, that's 50 units. The next quarter is 20 units or whatever like that. That's a goal. But I'm gonna buy until the day I die. I'm not gonna stop until the day I die. That's the goal. So I really
Yeah,
don't
I was
have,
gonna say,
you know.
you can sign an offer on your deathbed. You can do real estate right up until the game is over.
Right, right, yes.
So you're
Yes,
more
sir.
interested in the larger stuff, like 20 units, 50 units. That's where you want to take your buy and hold in the future, or are you going to start with like the single family sort of thing?
I'm starting with the multifamily.
So you're going
Yeah.
straight for
Either
like 40 units, 30 units, something like that.
yeah, like 20 to 30 units on first, or maybe a hotel, or maybe like a storage unit, or home mobile home parks.
Yeah.
Um, because when I'm learning from a lot of people that was before me, when I read the books and I see what the main two things they made a mistake in, they regret it when they first started off. There's one, they started off too small. And the second, they started off just jumping in and not having enough information. So my definition of starting small is 20 units. Because I want to be in multifamily. So starting big is 200. So my definition started was 20 units. On that way, if I lose 10 tenants, I'm just 50% occupied. But I still have options. So so just something around 20 units or something like that. That's what I'm actually looking for right now in Dallas. Something between 20 to like 30 units or something.
Nice. So if people want to connect with you, they want to find out more, they want to be part of your plan to get the next, get those 20 units, what should they do? How do they find you?
They can go on my social media. They can actually just go to my personal page right now, Zachary Vanison. My business social media should be up by next week. They can go to my business website, capitalstateholdings.com, and they can connect with me there if they want to be a private lender and wants to put their money into something that's safe and want to see a great return on their money. They can come to my website, submit, and let us know how much they want to invest. We completely, especially our capital partners, looking to get them 80% off the rip. When we take 20, then until we pay them back, then we'll go into 50-50, So we really care about not only just the money that our capital partners bring to us, but them as well. So, but those are the platforms right now that you can meet me at, that you can find me. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I really appreciate you stopping by and letting people know about your plans. And, I always throw the secret sauce question in there and people are like, oh, I don't know. But then they always come out with the answer. It's like, is this God's plan? I'm doing God's work. I love it. I really appreciate your time, man.
No problem, man. You have a good day.
You too. Until next time, guys, we'll catch you on the next episode.
Hey there, I really hope you enjoyed that episode. And as always, if you want to listen to more daily interview content, make sure you subscribe. And if you're an active real estate investor and you're doing deals and you'd like to get featured on this show, then just head over to daveinterviewyou.com. Now at moneypartnerformula.com, we help real estate investors to create a process for predictably getting capital so they can do more deals without relying on hard money lenders or the banks. We do this by building them a private capital marketing system. Now, if you want help turning yourself into a big money capital attraction machine, then book a call with our team to see how we can help. Just visit moneypartnerformula.com to find out more. All right, take care, and we'll see you on the next interview.